And they love to pray. And they love God. And they like to worship. But they had a problem. What was the problem?
They had
A mean king who did not like to pray. And he did not love God. And he did not like to worship. So the Pilgrims had an idea. They would go to America. So they got on a boat. There were a lot of them. So they had to be really tight together. And they sailed over to America. And then, did the boats have engines? No. They had to use the wind. So they wind. And some days, the wind didn't blow at all. So they stopped. No, it was not a very good day. Some days it stormed and it blew really hard. And that was kind of scary. So scary. But then they kept on going. Until 66 days later, they hit land. Land ho! So they got off the boat. And were the Pilgrims' problem solved? Because they looked to the left and what happened? They looked to the right and what did they see? They looked ahead and what did they see? They looked behind them. What did they see? Water. Y'all are so smart. All right, so they looked this way and did they see any roads?
No.
Did they see any houses?
No.
Did they see a church?
No.
So the Pilgrims had to work. So they got out their saws and they sawed down trees. They sawed down a lot of trees. And they built some houses. And they built a church. And they built some roads. But then they had another problem because it was cold. And it snowed. And there wasn't enough food to eat. And some of them didn't make it. Some of them died. It was very sad. But finally the winter was over. And spring came, and they met another group of people, the Indians. And the Indians, those Native Americans, taught them how to plant food. Okay? And they put seeds in there. And they put a sticky fish. And then they had to cover it up and watch it grow. And these were the three sisters. The corn that grew straight and tall, the beans that grew around it, and the squash that covered the ground. The Indians also taught them how to hunt with bows and arrows. Bing, bing, bing. So then it was summer and everything grew and grew and grew and grew. And at the end of the summer, they picked the corn, they picked the beans, they picked the squash, and they invited their friends, the Indians and the Pilgrims, came together for a big feast called Thanksgiving, just like us. Yes, there was a stinky fish. That stinky fish was very important.